So we now begin the discussion for one more added thing. It is very simple. As I already stated, we have discussed all the required preliminary details. This is something just what we can say topping up on the base material. So dependent sources. So till now means once the theme is told, everything reduces to high school scholarship problem as regards to finding out voltage and current. So it's quite simple. So till now we had discussed voltage source, now current source, resistor for DC circuit, inductor, capacitor for AC circuit. When we talk about voltage source, we specified the voltage source and specified its value. We specified its value. And in the problems what we solved, the parameters values were given of resistances and voltage sources in volts, some volts 5 volts, 10 volts, 2 volts, and for current sources in 2 amperes, 5 amperes, like that. So this is called as independent voltage sources. Independent voltage sources whose values are prescribed and they don't change. Now exactly opposite to that, dependent voltage sources means this is a voltage source but whose voltage depends on something else. Whose voltage depends on something else. It can be a current source whose current depends on something else. And what that something else can be? What that something else is some other voltage or some other current. Some other voltage or some other current. So we get voltage dependent voltage source, voltage dependent current source, current dependent voltage source, current dependent current source. It's very simple and we will consider it by few examples where everything would be clear. So it is quite simple, and as I have already stated, it is a very simple logical work with no much fundamental new thing added. Only difference is that the independent voltage source is shown by like this, and plus and minus is shown, and 2 volts is shown. This is shown, direction is shown, and sometimes for voltage source we do like this or we do this also. Both are permitted. For this current source, current direction is shown and 3 amperes is shown. So this is voltage source independent, current source independent. Now to differentiate it from independent source, the dependent source is shown by such bracket, voltage source and current source. So this is positive, this is negative. It is dependent voltage source, it is dependent current source, and its value should be some constant, maybe 3 times Vx. What is Vx is shown elsewhere in the circuit. This may be 2 times Iy. So what is Iy? Some other current. It need not be 3 times Vx, it can be 3 times Ix also, where Ix can be some other current. This can be 2 times Vx also. So this is current dependent voltage source. This is voltage dependent current source. A symbol plus minus voltage source, a symbol arrow current source. It depends on some other current. It depends on some other voltage. Had it been 3 Vx, it is voltage dependent voltage source. Had it been 5 Iy, current dependent current source, right? So I think this is necessary and sufficient information. The rest of the things we can very easily incorporate in problems wherein the things are, you have to solve the problems which consist of these sources also, and how it is shown. Let us take an example. So what does it mean? This is a dependent source. Such sources are constructed by using some active components. You might have studied such dependent sources in model of transistor like that. So this is constructed using some amplifiers. Right now that is not our purpose right now. Our purpose is to discuss how the things are to be solved. So this is bracket like this rhombus. It is a dependent source. It is a dependent voltage source whose voltage depends on 2 times Ix, and the direction of current is also shown. Means if Ix is whatever amount of current is flowing in this direction, this would be the voltage. Means if this Ix works out to be 1 ampere, then this will work out to be 2 volts. If this Ix works out to be 3 ampere, this would be a 6 volt voltage source. So there is nothing different. You can solve it just by common sense. High school level scholarship problem. I will give one more problem also. Same thing we can have. So it is 3Vx, where what is Vx? Vx is voltage across this, and this plus and minus is shown that Vx is to be measured from this to this. Vx is to be measured from this to this. So this voltage source, this is a current dependent voltage source, this is a voltage dependent voltage source whose voltage is this one. So now the question in both cases to be found out is find current I. So you can apply Kirchhoff's law very easily. This is Ix, this is Ix, this is I. So this is Ix, this is I. So you can assume any direction. You can assume this direction as I minus Ix. It's quite simple. Apply Kirchhoff's laws straight away. Apply Kirchhoff's law straight away, and you can get very simple answer. Only thing is that this is just new thing added, is useful now. This is fundamental subject. All the concepts which you learn are applicable in other subjects for computing necessary computations. Maybe in electronic circuit analysis and design for transistor parameters this is required. In next semester for some operational amplifier calculation is required. So it is very simple now. So now how can we find it out? Volts. So at this node we applied Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's node law. Ix, I minus Ix plus I minus I current coming, Ix plus I minus X is current going I. So now what is required is apply Kirchhoff's. Now there are two things, I and Ix. We must be able to get rid of one of them. So apply Kirchhoff's mesh law for this loop and for this loop. So for this loop, 2 is equal to this 5Ix plus 5Ix plus 5I. And for this loop now, it is simple. 2Ix is equal to 2Ix is voltage source. There is no need for you to see what it is. Voltage source is 2Ix. 2Ix is equal to 10 into bracket I minus Ix plus 5i. So this is, we can expand 2ix is equal to 10 minus 10ix plus 5i. First is 2 was equal to 5ix plus 5i. So now it is better, you can have many ways with which you can solve this analysis equation. Just multiply it by -1, minus. So 2ix minus 2 is equal to 10 minus 10ix plus 5i minus 5ix minus 5i. 5i gets cancelled, so it is 2ix minus 2 is equal to 10 minus is equal to 10 is 10 minus 10ix is equal to 10 minus 15ix. 2ix minus 2 is equal to 10 minus 15ix. This comes on the other side. 17ix is equal to 12. So ix is equal to 12 by 17. Ix is equal to 12 by 17. So putting ix equal to 12 by 17 here, 2 is equal to 5 into 12 by 17 plus 5i. So that is 60. 2 is equal to 60 upon 17 plus 5i. 5i is equal to 2 minus 60 upon 17. So that is equal to 34 minus 60, that is minus 26 upon 17. 5i is equal to, so I is equal to minus 26 upon 85. I is equal to minus 26 upon 85. So this is, so effectively current will be flowing in this direction. Current will flow, that the current through this, we made some mistake there, that you can verify that wrong. So this is the value of the current what we obtained. 2, I will just verify. 2 is equal to 5ix plus 5y. 2ix is equal to 10i minus ix plus 5i. So 2 minus 2x minus 2 is equal to 10 minus 10. I think everything is correct. You can just verify the things that wrong. So this is what we talk about, a dependent voltage source. This is dependent voltage source, wherein the value of the voltage source is not fixed, which was there for independent voltage sources. So dependent voltage source, in which the value of voltage source depends on some other parameter in the circuit. So dependent voltage source voltage can depend on some other voltage or some other current. Dependent current source value can depend upon some other voltage or some other current. So this is something which is additionally required to be told. And we had also discussed the two-port networks, Z parameter, Y parameter, ABCD parameter, H parameter. So in that, what was told to you, only resistances can be there, impedances can be there, it cannot have independent voltage source. But now dependent voltage source can be part of the network, that is the two-port networks which The networks which are only consisting of impedances are called as passive two-port networks, whereas two-port networks which consist of dependent sources are called as active networks. And for active networks also you can compute two-port network parameters in the same manner exactly specified earlier, for which was specified for computing the parameter values. So another thing which was kept pending, because it is something which is not coming sequentially in the flow, that is a dependent source, dependent voltage source, dependent current source. Voltage of dependent voltage source depends upon some other voltage or some other current. Current value of the dependent current source can depend on some other current or some other voltage. So the symbol for dependent source is different, and the value on which it depends is specified somewhere else in the same circuit. So I think with this, the one patch which was remaining for dependent sources is now completed. Thank you.